Oh, it's a Throwdown Thursday, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one, everybody. Welcome into the Finley Hyundai studio. It's The Drive with Devin, Dixon, Paul Ratliff. TA pushing all the buttons, keeping us in line this morning, keeping the video cameras rolling, and keeping the clips coming. And Paul and I will gas back it pretty good today. We're all fired up. It's good to be in on a holiday come in. I got my golf attire on today. You notice this, Paul? I already got my ball marker on my hat.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
I am heading down.
Surprised he's not wearing his glove.
Yeah,
I know.
Having a couple balls in his pocket.
I'll start getting stretched out in the break. Big pressure group today. I got playing with Mr. Marco Leone, your new swing coach.
Yeah, I've been waiting for more correspondence on that. I haven't heard much.
We'll have a chat with Marco today.
You talk to him, lay the groundwork.
Yeah, we are going. I'm actually leaving probably about 8:45. Probably we'll have to do the last segment. I gotta get down.
This is brand new information.
I love this. This always happens on golf days.
Yeah. I got. This is a big one. This is one I look forward to every year. This is the Toys for Kids.
Oh, yeah. Good cause.
So everybody's entry fee is bringing, like a $50 toy.
Okay.
Oh, so what toy
did you bring?
Yeah.
Marco picked the toys up, and I'm just going to Venmo him.
Okay.
Marco's like, I'll go do the shopping.
All right.
And I was like, okay, cool.
Very chivalrous of Marco.
Knowing him, he'll hand me like some nice, doll for some sweet young girl or something.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
He won't buy a
Good-hearted
basketball net
Marco.
who knows. So that's going to happen down at Falcon Ridge today, and then a little pressure they're playing with Marco and Big Mo. Part of the good.
Yeah, I heard about him.
Howie's going to be playing with us too. My good buddy Brandon Howard. So we're going to have a good time. I'm really excited about that. And then tomorrow, Paulie, is the Matt Monson memorial he has put together for his father, Terry Monson, Toys for Kid at Sunbrook. So there's one in Mesquite today. There's one at Sunbrook tomorrow, and I got my son, my daughter, and my uncle all playing in that one with me. So a couple tournaments this week for the kids to raise some toys, some fun events that I play in and participate every year. So I'm all fired up on a Throwdown Thursday.
I like that you're fired up, baby.
Region 9 basketball fired up last night.
Yeah, I did.
Holy smokes. I was out at the Tiger's Den. You and Tara were over at the pit.
Yeah.
Let's start with just kind of a little, scrap best thing, scrap around the water cooler. I want to talk some Region 9 basketball. Tell me what happened. What went down to the pit last night? Looked like a kind of a slugfest in that first half.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring kind of battle in the first half, defensive battle, a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots. It kind of looked as if there was no flow to the offenses in the first half. But then the defensive intensity stayed. That's one thing we heard at Media Day about Snow Canyon is that teams hate to play them because they're going to defend you. They're going to make it hard on you. And Pineview, in my opinion, has more star power than Snow Canyon, but they hemmed in the stars of Pineview very well for most of the game. But in the fourth quarter, late third quarter, they started to kind of assert themselves offensively, and Pineview, playing at home behind the home crowd, started to get a little groove in that late third, early fourth.
Pineview wins it by 15, 55-40, the final score.
But it was closer than that for much of the game. So, Snow Canyon really did coach ball, had a nice game plan defensively. I thought the switching from zone to man really kind of frustrated Pineview at times. But at the end of the day, it was a 15-point win. And when you see the box score, you think, all right, another dominant win for Pineview. But the story of the game tells more. So it was a good game for Pineview, but they got a few more gears, they can still kick it up, in my opinion.
You're telling me they're uber talented. You like this team an awful lot.
Yes.
But Snow Canyon hung around, basically.
Snow
Canyon's feisty.
They're feisty.
And
they'll upset a few people this year, Snow Canyon. They may not finish as high in the standings as other programs, but I think they're going to be a giant killer. Like towards the end of the season, they're going to take down somebody that's in the region race.
I don't think anybody's going undefeated this year.
I would agree with that.
I mean, you got 12-0. Nobody's going 12-0. And there's only 4 teams undefeated in region after last night. So you whittle it down pretty quick. We've seen some seasons where a Region 9 team has dominated. We've seen flyer teams that have ran the table.
Yeah, the Lemke Roberts team was incredible just 2 years ago.
Yep.
I mean, ran the table through the region, got upset in the playoffs, albeit, but still, they were a dominant Region 9 team.
Let's check the highlights last night. What do we got here on this play, Paulie?
I'm going to defer to Tara. I don't know that.
This is the first Ojegba dunk in the game.
All right. There we go. First
Jumping Jelani. Did you tag the phrase?
Yeah, that's good. That needs to be worked in. But here he is with his first dunk of the game.
Watch it on the drive. Man, just took it all the way. Easy dunk.
Yeah, smooth.
Yeah, I think I was talking over the original call, so it kind of a little late on the color on the original.
Oh, that was the replay.
That was the replay.
No, the replay came after that.
That was a nice crossover, really nice crossover by J.O. Jumping J.O. Jelani Ojegba. He led the way. Panthers star had 17 points. Cooper Ranson, Caleb Schmidt had 16 and 12 each. So 5-2 Panthers notched the victory. Anything else on Pineview? I mean,
it's rare that a guy is a Triple Crown guy in high school, lead you in rebounds, assists, and points. That's something Jumpin' Jelani's doing right now. So I think that the leaders will change throughout the season, but right now he's leading them in every major statistical category. So really good season and start to the season for a guy that was a notable omission on the region first team. I don't know how he was, but at the same time, I know I voted for him.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I didn't understand how he's left off because he's playing inspired ball, obviously.
The top 4 players in the region, I listed 1, 2, 3, 4 in the preseason poll, and it was Brigham Kemp, McKay Lindquist, Jelani Ojegba, and Colin Simmons. Those to me were the 4 guys that we had seen enough of as juniors last year to go, okay, they are capable of going out and dropping 35.
Yeah.
And there's others that are capable of that, but these guys, you almost expect that on occasion. Through the first 3 games, I think Jelani was averaging 27, 28 points.
Yeah, he was off to a scintillating start for sure.
Yeah.
So, and he hasn't really cooled off too much. I mean, he's going to have some off shooting nights from the mid range and 3-point range, but there's one thing that he can pretty much do at will, and we saw it a lot last night, is drive the baseline, drive through the key, like just use his physicality and his body to kind of use his strength and his leverage to score. So even when the shot's not falling, how many cleanup dunks did he have where it was just off the rebound and he caught it and dunked it down?
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be that garbage man. He's going to get points any way he can. The dirty points, the pretty points. I mean, he's just going to be a scorer for him this year.
He's third on the team in minutes played. He's first on the team in points at 18 points a game. He's 9.4 rebounds a game. He's sitting at 4.6 assists and 2.4 steals. 1.2 blocks. Like you're right, Paulie. As I look at
does that include the point? Like, because when I checked Max Preps this morning, Pineview hadn't submitted the stats for last night's game.
They got him 1-0 in region up here at the top, 5-2. Okay. The record is right.
Yeah,
the record is right. So
that was weird.
Yeah, I mean, good box score to say the least for Ojegba. I like the glue guys over there too around him. Like Caleb Schmidt really plays hard.
He had a good game too. Yeah.
And Ransom's just, and you gotta have that little baby-faced assassin that can knock the triple down, and they've got that with Cooper Ransom.
Yeah, he's averaging almost, I think it was 14.4 heading into the game, so almost 15 points. So that's a good Robin to Jelani's Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he presents a nice scoring threat. You're still waiting for this Riker Summer to develop, the freshman.
He was out last night with a sprained ankle.
I think he's going to be a piece from later in the season that is a big-time contributor. His role still being defined right now, so I'm still wondering what he's going to be. We've heard great reviews through the summer and the AAU circuit that this kid was a player, so I want to see how he develops and fits into the lineup. But right now he's hurt, like you say, so really expect
nothing serious, but I just knew he was out last night.
Didn't play last night, but still, they got a lot of guys that'll contribute. I wasn't really too familiar with all the things that Tuller can do, from shooting to free throws to defense. He's a nice piece for Pat and the Pineview team as well. So I liked what I've seen from him from 2 games that I've called for Pineview. Sorry.
All right, so Panthers win at 55-40. Let's jump up to Cedar City last night. Cedar hit a bunch of threes. They pushed at home and tried to knock off Crimson Cliffs. They end up falling 73 to 65. Travis Murdoch leading the way for the Mustangs. He had 17. McKay Lindquist had 15. Easton Back chipped in 14. Tight game, though, tied at the end of the first quarter. Really tight at halftime. At the end of the first quarter, and then Crimson kind of pushed that run in that second quarter, and they had a nice little 9-point lead at the break. They pushed it to 11 going to the fourth quarter, and then Cedar, wouldn't quite go away. How about Ty Rowley? Ty Rowley needs some recognition. 32 of the 65 points.
Wow.
Almost exactly half of Cedar's points. He had 5 3-pointers.
Wow.
So Ty Rowley, I don't know if you've looked at the stats at Ty Rowley this year, but he has been on an unbelievable tear. Remember when we met with him at Media Day, Ty was hurt last year. And couldn't go. And now he's healthy, and boy, is he a factor. So Cedar drops to just 2-5 overall. Crimson with the win, their 4th win of the season. They're 4-3. And it's never easy to go up to the nest at Cedar and win with the band playing and blaring, and you got, it's only a 45-minute drive. It's not like you're on a bus for 5 hours.
Yeah. That's right.
But it's still something about, just that little road trip up to Cedar where we've seen teams stub their toe time and time again, and Cedar will pull off upsets. It wasn't that long ago Cedar High School was winning a state championship under Coach Esplin. So, that was up there in Richfield a few years ago when they beat Desert Hills and, got the job done. There was a little controversy in that game because Mason Landick got hit and reacted and was actually suspended for the first half of that state championship. That chaos, Paulie. That was 6 years ago.
It's been a while,
5 years ago. But, Cedar, took it on the chin a little bit last year. I think they're much improved this year. Crimson's one of the teams everybody thinks to watch out for. And, an 8-point win for the Mustangs. I was out in the Tigers Den, and this was my first look at Clyde Barrett. And Clyde Barrett was sensational last night. Here's a little taste. Like right out of the gate, it's 5-4 Hurricane, and they just came out and started hounding Desert Hills defensively, double teaming the ball, double teaming open shot so he couldn't get good touches in the paint, throwing the kitchen sink at whoever had the ball, including Clyde Barrett. Here's your 6'5", he's your 5-man basically. But he's out just hounding in man-to-man defense, and this kind of set the tone pretty early in the game for the Tigers in the Tigers Den last night as they go on to win. But here's a big play by Clyde Barrett.
The pass and took it right to the rim. That's a big man's dream. Nobody around. At the other end, answering Netta. No, he left it hanging on the rim short. Oh, it was a beautiful move, but he couldn't finish. Here comes BK. BK, 1.
That was actually Brigham Kemp. I call him BK1. We caught the tail end of that.
Skipped forward a little bit.
Yeah, skipped on you a little bit there. We missed that, but we'll go back and we'll get it. But 20.
I think is it right
Scrub
here?
it on YouTube. It's tough.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's terrible.
It's the worst.
And a steal.
Here we go.
Here comes Clyde Barry. Showtime. House and jump. Dunk.
There it
Tomahawk
is.
With one hand, flush it down. Clyde Barry was able to get.
Yeah, there it is.
One hand, flush it down.
Yeah, got me excited.
Yeah.
Got me right into the call last night.
Yeah.
And hey, that wasn't a bad call, Paulie.
That was a great
It
call.
was
wasn't a bad
good.
call.
Yeah, it was good. I thought so. Well, who said it was bad?
No. Yeah, but Hurricane, oh man, watch out for this Tigers team. I really like what I saw from Hurricane last night. And Desert Hills I know they lose 77-61, and Hurricane, the only thing I was worried about was their big. They didn't get the one kid eligible that went to Utah Prep and wanted to come back. So he stayed at Prep. So it takes a little size out of the line. They have 5, 6, really 7 really good guards, and then Clyde Barrett, who plays like a 3 at 6'5". He's really like a wing and D3 guy,
which is different from their team last year. They had the Callan Hughes was the big guy last year. I think I remember. And he was more of the traditional back to the basket big guy, like a 5-man. Whereas from what you're saying, I haven't seen Barrett play yet, but it seems like he's a little more skilled offensively than Callan Hughes
can
was.
step out and hit an occasional 3, but in the first quarter, I see a steal. So he's playing defense. I saw a couple rebounds. I saw the dunk, and I saw him hit a three-pointer. I saw everything in the first quarter I needed to know about the potential of a Clyde Barrett. And, of course, everybody knows about the potential of a Brigham Kemp.
Yeah.
And Quinn Gubler and Asher Blair and Lincoln Stout. These other guards really do a really good job of getting him open. Clyde Barrett is shooting 62% so far this season.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, Brigham Kemp shooting 57%. They are finding ways to get open looks for teammates, really moving the basketball, and then hounding you on defense.
So who's the shooter? Last year was RJ
It's Asher
Hurst.
Blair and Stout.
Okay.
And then of course Brigham Kemp can shoot it.
Yeah.
But Barrett, like I said, he hit a 3 last night.
Okay.
Quinn Gubler can shoot it.
Yeah.
Bradley Rose and Carter Wardle both got a little nicked up yesterday, so they weren't really a factor, but they do have some bench pieces, assuming they can get healthy
guys.
quick.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
right.
Ashley Blair's shooting 37% from 3. Stout's only 28% right now, and Brigham's shooting 27% on the season, but it's a small sample size.
Yeah.
Really small sample size. So I really liked what I saw out of H-Town last night, and going to be tough to go into the Tigers' den and get a win, I really think, this year.
Yeah.
You look at the numbers on Brigham Kemp this year. After last night, he dropped 25. He's now averaging 23.1 a game, 4.3 assists. And how about this, Paulie? 5.1 steals per game.
That's a big number.
That
for steals.
leads the state.
Yeah.
And it leads 4A. The next closest is 2.5 steals a game behind Brigham Kemp.
Wow.
I mean, that is 5 steals a game. And how about this? Hurricane so far this year, forcing almost 14 turnovers a game, and Desert Hills had more than 14 last night. And, Clyde Barrett's averaging 14 points a game. Career high last night, I believe, for him. I don't remember him dropping that amount last year. He's been really, really consistent so far this year. But I'm telling you what, watch out for this Hurricane Tiger team. They are hungry. You remember, they were the team that got beat in the semifinals and had a 7-point lead down the stretch to the eventual state champs, Payson Lions.
Yeah.
And people saw how good this team was. Now, they lost a few pieces from last year, but they got enough pieces back to skip the beat.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you're going to see Hurricane finally get some respect and be ranked in the top 5 really soon, and probably stay in the top 5 all season long, if I had to guess. Desert Hills, I wasn't sure what to expect from Desert Hills last night. Aside from the turnover count, they've actually got some nice players.
Yeah.
I really like what I saw to Colton Andrus. You know, the creativity finishing around the rim with the left or the right with some English. I really liked what I saw from off the bench. They've got a sophomore named Brazel. He had 7 points. He was our Jersey Mike sub of the game last night. I really liked the little spark he gave off the bench last night. Jack Openshaw, they frustrate last night. They made things tough. Jack's going to has his games.
Yeah.
But they doubled him from the jump. And, you know, he was passing out of the double team most of the time. I mean, he wasn't able to be really aggressive. He only had 4 points in the game last night.
Yeah.
You know, but Tyson Arthur is another nice piece that we didn't ever see him play before this year, varsity basketball at Desert Hills, and I think he had 17 last night. I really liked his aggressiveness, and so you add Openshaw's normal numbers, he was averaging 16 a night, and Desert Hills is right there. They just need to limit a few less turnovers. They had too many turnovers, and the Tigers did as Hurricane wins it by 16 last night. So Crimson, Pineview, Hurricane winning. The other game last night was, and I know you're going to be like, oh, Dixie kind of got blown out, but they really didn't. They lost by, 16 last night? But they were playing everybody's favorite team in the state right now that is absolutely loaded, the Tempview T-Birds. The Thunderbirds are loaded, Paulie. They're in the all-classification poll, Des News has them numero uno. And Dixie was undefeated at that point last night, going up to play them on the road. They hadn't lost a game, and they were number 11 and number 1 in 4A. So this was a kind of a high-stakes game, And I was chatting with Ryan Forsey last night, and Ryan, who was doing the game on FlyFam TV, said, hey, look, if they keep it under a 20, it'll be a really good performance, how good and loaded this Timpview team is. Seeing them live, he was like, now I understand what the hype is all about with Timpview. So Dixie keeping it to 16, actually probably from what I could tell from people I talked to, pretty respectable last night.
Yeah, that's
for a 4A school.
It's good to hang like that.
Yeah. So Dixie falls for the first time this season. I saw Desert Hills girls won over Caneyview last night. Coming up in 10 minutes, we're going to meet the brand new Desert Hills girls basketball coach, Ezra Irvin. He's going to drop by, and so we'll chat with him. And they've had 2 games in a row, and I think they play again tonight. So a busy week for Desert Hills. It's kind of an interesting time. Dexter Irvin, I got to know early in my days as a student at Utah Tech when he was the athletic director. And then as I got into my early years of broadcasting, he was still there, and he was actually had a long stint there as the women's coach at the university. He's retired now, helping his son out, and is his son's assistant coach. So kind of a fun father-son duo there on the sideline for the Thunder after taking over for Ron Noss, who just retired after many years of coaching and teaching in the Washington County School District. So that'll be fun coming up here in about 10 minutes from right now. All right, we got to sneak in a quick break. We're off and running. It's The Drive. Stick with us. Back in a flash. I'm not gonna lie. A+ with the music so far today, Tara.
Nice.
Better
Wow,
than
I think that's the
Ezra.
first A+ I've ever gotten.
That is a big
I think that's the
grade.
first
I don't know why, but that shook me all night long. I love that AC/DC song.
Yeah, you've hit him in the
I
feels. You
love
hit him
that
with
one.
good. You've got him AC/DC.
Nice.
One of a kind, so just my. I can't sing like
you can instantly tell how
AC/DC.
you've done
Right.
with the music
Yeah.
by just looking over.
Woo.
You
Yeah.
can just
If
tell
I
by
get a
the
little
instant
flow going.
Because if it's
reaction.
bad, I get the.
You get the. Oh.
what was that?
Yeah.
What was that?
There's been a lot.
Paulie was scouring the globe
Yeah.
and the internet. And what did you stumble upon? NIL dollars?
Yes, the top valuations.
You
These
know
are
I love to hate
projections.
this topic,
Yes,
right?
you love to hate
I
this
love to
topic.
hate it.
Yes, and there's a lot of credence to your argument as I've reviewed these top NIL earners. As all of the top 10, there's maybe one guy that I would value at his number.
Okay.
So here's the top 10 in order, and then we can kind of dispute it. I know we don't have much time here, but number 10 was Sam Levitt, $3 million. He's in the transfer portal.
Overpaid.
Nico Ialamaliva was at $3.1 million, already transferred. I think he's in the portal again.
Bad man, he's bent.
Drew Aller, the Penn State quarterback, $3.2 million. He got hurt, had a bad year. I think that's another regretful decision by Penn State for $3.2.
Kind of had to do it, though.
Yeah, you had to.
You
He
had
was
to do it.
returning. He was returning
Yeah.
and had a decent year before. Klubnik, $3.3 million. Clemson just had their worst season in recent memory. Garrett Nussmeier, $3.6 million, number 6. I don't think he's even starting for them anymore. So, number 5, Lenora Sellers, who was one of my Heisman guys. He has had a super underwhelming year at 3.7. Number 4, DJ Lagway at Florida at 3.6 million. He, was super hyped, 5-star recruit, been okay. But now I find the guy that's probably worth it at $4 million, Jeremiah Smith. He's on a playoff team that's competing for a national title, and you could say that about number 2 as well, Carson Beck, $4.2 million.
Yeah.
But number 1 is Arch Manning at $6.5 million.
And there was nobody on that list I'm probably happier for than Beck. I mean,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
off season, the
Death
torture,
threats
the
and all that.
threats.
Yeah.
With popularity, with the position, with the NIL contracts comes, fan reaction, which is
Yeah.
fanatical. They're, fans.
Correct. Georgia fans
Yeah.
are some of the toughest
They
to
have
deal with.
some expectations
They do.
that are unrealistic even at times.
That's right.
Yeah. So I kind of root for that kid. The emotion I saw when they won week 1, and he just was just overwhelmed. It was had to feel so good to just get out there and play the game that you fell in love as a kid playing.
Yeah.
And sometimes in all this, I think we forget that these guys still should love the game. Even though they feel like mercenaries and they're jumping around, they still love to play the game.
Yeah.
The game's just turn into the business side of it, like the professional athletes. And that's we should have expected this to happen.
But you're always talking ROI, and if these guys are getting their money's worth for these players.
I think Nussmeier, you could say he got hurt. He has
He
an
did. He did
ab
get hurt.
surgery or ab injury or
abductor
something.
Yeah.
So they had to go to the backup for a few games.
But of these guys, Manning, Beck, Smith, Lagway, Sellers, Nussmeier, Klubnik, Aller, Nico, and Sam, which of those 10 do you think is worth over $3 million? Because they're all making over $3 million.
Sellers is interesting because he decided to stay and be loyal, even
get
though he
bigger
didn't
offers.
have the most
Yeah.
talented players around him.
Yeah, and South
And so
Carolina's
there's
had a bad
something
year.
endearing to me about that. So I don't want to say that he's not worth it. And I would love to know where he lands and what it looks like next year. That's really
Yeah.
intriguing to me because
It is.
I do think he's very talented. I think you feel the same way.
I thought he was one of the most talented quarterbacks this season.
Yeah.
He was a Heisman projection for me, one of my 4 finalists. But the year that South Carolina had, it's kind of inexcusable.
Yeah.
So for
And
me,
now he's in the portal.
Jeremiah Smith is probably the only one worth the money. You could argue Carson Beck too at $4.2 million because they're in the playoff. I guess I'll give Beck that. Beck and Smith are the only 2 really worth their massive NIL valuation because, Levitt portal, Nico portal, Aller, underwhelming, Klubnik underwhelming, Nussmeier hurt, Lenoris underwhelming, Lagway okay, and Arch. Those are the names. Other than those two that I said are worth it. Like, I don't know where you come in if you think other guys are in the top 10, but yeah, I mean, this kind of lends evidence to your argument where like these guys are not getting their money's worth for some of these players.
Yeah, 100%. The ROI is not there. That's why I'm really interested in this new model, this new business venture that the Utah Utes athletic department is rolling with, because this is a for-profit business. You're going into partnership with, even though it's a minority partnership, they're infusing with a lot of money. They want an ROI, and I'm just not sure how the fans don't pay for that in the long run. So, hey, this is a loaded conversation, loaded topic, but that's a lot of money for these college quarterbacks. With that comes expectations.
Yeah.
Rabid fans, obviously you spend your money wisely, because I don't think of that list, Paulie, I don't think half of them play in the NFL.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I think Nico, Aller, Klubnik, these guys, I don't think they're NFL quarterbacks.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with being a terrific college player and getting paid for your name, image, and likeness.
Yeah, strike while the iron's hot.
And
You're
that's
in
why
college, make the money.
And maybe some of these guys that have some, team around them doing some NFL valuations and saying, hey, get your money, man, because you're projected undrafted right now.
That's right.
And, not to say you still can't be undrafted and look at some of the samples we have in the past.
Well, you see,
Kurt Warner comes to mind, bagging groceries, goes to the Canadian Football League, and now he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And like a modern day example is Diego Pavia. He was a New Mexico State guy, not had any dreams of the NFL. And I still don't know at his size and stature if he's an NFL player. But he climbed the ladder, Vanderbilt, and he is on this top 25 list as one of the top NIL earners.
They better not give him another year of eligibility.
And that's the thing. I think he's trying to squeeze the system, get another year. At some point you got to call a spade a spade. This guy's trying to play as long as he can because he's not making the NFL.
Yeah, he can't be a 40-year-old college freshman.
You watch. Pavia will be the guy that he'll say, I'm a wide receiver now. And he'll be like, let me show you my pro day. He'll find a way.
He'll find a way.
He'll try to find a way.
He'll get a legal staff that'll help
Mr.
him.
Coach.
Yeah.
I'm a long snapper at heart. I can do it. Yeah, I like that. That's a good point there. All right, we got to take a break. Guest coming in. Excited to have Ezra Irvin, the new basketball coach in Region 9 girls basketball. He's going to be making a run for the region title with the Desert Hills Thunder. Big shoes to fill, taking over for Ron DeNoss. We'll meet him. We'll talk to him. We'll talk about the season so far. The schedule this week has been a busy one for the Lady Thunder. They played last night, and he's going to join us in studio when we come back. It's The Drive. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for locking us in, loading us up, and don't go away. Check. This thing on. Tara's just hitting jams today.
Yeah, look at that.
Holy cow.
She's batting 1,000 with you
She's
this
showing
morning.
off for our guest in studio, Ezra Irvin, Desert Hills girls basketball coach. Welcome to the Fan Sports Network studio. You're getting entertainment this morning, buddy.
Absolutely.
We just
Thanks for
had
having
a
me.
Christmas carol come into the studio in the
Yes.
break. I wish we were live on the live stream
when that happened. Yeah.
when Mikey and the missus were. What was she playing? Like an
That's
organ,
what-
like a little air organ.
It was like a mix between a bagpipe and a mini piano
Yeah,
because
it
she
had
was
a
like
little
blowing.
hose.
Yeah.
Mikey and the missus came in. They sang us a tune. They brought us some M&Ms, which
Yeah.
Paulie,
And a
I'm
card.
surprised has not opened these
Nice
yet.
card, too.
Yeah.
I
How about that?
I thought you would rip those open and start sharing those
See,
for
look
our
at that. They had a
guests.
Christmas card to their family. That's pretty.
So nice.
Now,
Yeah,
now
cool.
they're up in the stakes. Now you're going to have to go do something.
Yeah, I got to match them or
We're
do
gonna,
better.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to think about that.
That's
You got any
right.
ideas, Coach?
No, I don't know how you top that one. That was pretty impressive. I thought I was watching TV for
right.
a second. You got the thing in the mouth and everything. So it was good.
I got to think of a talent show skill I can do and go door to door with, like that little organ thing they were playing.
Yeah, that was
I
pretty
don't
good.
know that I have many talents.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't even know if we want you singing. We'll have to rethink that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ezra 6-1 Desert Hills Thunder. You guys are off to a great start this year. Snow Canyon's kind of reigned supreme there with Livy Hamlin in the region in the last 4 years, but Coach Denos has been right there. You guys have made some deep runs in the playoffs and just been so close to win a state title. And Coach Denos retires, and here you come. And I want to hear the backstory on you getting hired to start with, and then I want to hear the story a little bit about how you got Pops to come be your assistant coach. I think that's pretty cool having Dexter back on the sideline around Southern Utah.
Oh yeah, no, it's been great. Desert Hills has had a rich tradition of winning, and so trying to pick up that mantle and carry it. It's been a lot of fun, and honestly, we ended up here by accident. I'm a Snow Canyon grad and a Dixie College grad. So is my wife, and we left after going up north to Harriman High School for a while, and ended up in Vegas. The old man came back to the mainland from Hawaii Hilo.
Yeah.
And we had kids, and we thought, hey, let's go be around Grandma and Grandpa. I ended up in Vegas for a decade, Rancho High School, and then eventually Green Valley High School. And we were cutting through town, and we were thinking about what's best for our kids and what we'd want to do. And it started off as a joke about moving back to St. George and picking up a coaching job. And my wife opened up the phone and stared looking.
Joke's on you.
The funny thing is a job popped up that I didn't even get a phone call back for. I'm not bitter about that at all, but
Wait a minute. When you first applied, you didn't get a phone call.
well, not here. It was a different high school. in
Different
region.
high school.
So
okay.
but, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy as can be right now.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I ended up landing in the right spot in the right situation with the right people. Desert Hills has been fantastic. And so, yeah, and we started calling, and I was doing my research, seeing what Region 9 was looking like, on the girls' side. And the old man has been on me. I left coaching and teaching in 2023, and we made some changes for our family that worked for us and were really good fit for us. But the old man was always on me. Hey, you got to get back into coaching and teaching. I says, Dad, I'm not sure if I can do that. It's just, I don't know how that works for my family. And he's been on me for the last few years. And I said, fine, I'll get back into coaching if you'll jump on the sidelines with me. And he says, I'm in, which I never expected that answer from him.
Called your bluff. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. And so when we started hunting, I says, look, Dad, this is what we're going to do. And I want you there with me. And it's been a dream. I grew up watching him for a long time, and there's huge respect for that side of the game.
Is he still do you allow lollipops on the sideline?
That's a funny thing. And we've been back and
I
forth.
didn't see one the other night when I was watching the game. I wasn't looking specifically for it though.
The old man it's so important that the kids and I'm the focus of what's going on. With 40 years of college coaching experience, it'd be really easy for him to take a lot of attention, and that's one. And it's funny we were talking about that because my office is full of lollipops, man.
There you go.
Because everyone that
I'm
comes
a sucker for a good
Yeah.
sucker.
Good one.
everyone that stops by to say hi, they've got a gift of lollipops. Because again, Coach Irvin, I say he created a persona.
Yep.
And everyone calls him Senior or Coach Grandpa. I don't know, that one came out one time, but yeah, that's just one thing that people remember him for, the suits, and we've gone back and forth about dress code and lollipops and all sorts of stuff. But it's so important to him, and it's cool to watch. He just wants us as a team to do well. He wants me to be successful. And I know there's been bets around region whether the old man would start taking things over or not, because he's a dominant personality. I'm more like mom. He's him, but it works. It works for us, and he's been huge to help the program. I get to run a college style program, which is the coolest thing. And the thing I'm most proud of is who I've hired. I've got great assistant coaches. In fact, I probably have the least amount of college experience amongst all of them. From my freshman coach, my sophomore coach, my JV coach, those are all college players. And then I've got him right there. I turn practices over a lot to him and to them. They do what they're good at, and I get to check in with kids, see how they're doing, manage emotions.
Which is a full-time job sometimes.
That's it. It is.
It doesn't matter where you're at. People don't understand. There's more to go. I mean, there's character building. There's culture. There's keeping the grades up. They're keeping the middles right. Like you almost have to be pretty well rounded to be a coach nowadays.
Oh yeah, you got to have
psychologist.
You got to have
many hats,
degrees, and everything, right?
It is one of the most thankless jobs, I think, in all of the jobs in the world. Like these, I mean, yes, it's rewarding. Yes, there's the competitive side, which every coach is competitive or they wouldn't be coaching to whatever extent that is. I know there's layers to that, but at the end of the day, Utah pay to be a coach is pretty much like $1 an hour. It's not about the money.
We count it as community service at my house. That's the only way that it works.
That's a great way to put it.
But yeah, I mean, one of the things is we just talk about winning is a result, not a goal. And we spent a lot of time just talking about building character, being good people, and doing the right thing, being where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, general principles that apply to life and apply to basketball. And it's really interesting because, we talk about the state of coaching and how officials are treated and how tough we talk to each other nowadays. And my wife, who's in the business world, she's in the dental world, she essentially says, Ezra, how do you get away with being so tough with people? And we go back and forth, and I says, look, really it comes down to one thing. If people know you care, you can be brutally honest with people and understand that the intensity, the urgency all comes from in coaching, you don't have time.
Yeah.
And so, you can get away with saying a lot of different things and telling people hard truths that maybe they don't want to hear, but the growth is amazing. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, I love hearing that thought. Ezra Irvin, our guest here, Desert Hills girls coach. Nice win last night. Last 2 nights in a row. You guys kind of had a gauntlet week this week. 3 games in 3 nights.
Oh, I feel like I'm in the Western Conference Finals right now. We had 3 last week. We had, we have, game 6 in 8 days tonight against Cedar City, and we're excited to have them down there. A good program, and so.
Got to slow down Gabby Gomez. What can you tell us?
I'm not sure if you can slow down Gabby Gomez. So
contain her a little bit.
Yeah, no, she's a solid player. She's worked hard to prep herself and get ready for season. So, and again, we're a problem in ourselves. The amount of, defensive intensity we bring to the floor and the way we play it's a whole nother monster that people have to run through. So it'll be a great game tonight. I'm excited.
Yeah, Coach, you speak about your defensive intensity. You got 3 girls averaging over 2 steals a game, So talk about your defense and the way that you guys kind of attack the floor. Ellie, Emily, and Brenley all averaging over 2 steals a game.
Yeah, no, we are averaging somewhere as a whole. We're somewhere between, I think we're sitting about 18 or 19 steals a game, forcing over 30 turnovers a game.
Wow.
And that was the hardest part. The sell when I came in was initially like, look, we want to play a certain style. We want to pick up pace. We want to make girls basketball exciting and watch girls basketball. I respect it, but sometimes it's the most boring thing you can watch. And so we want to make a product that people want to watch, that kids want to play in. We play 9-10 deep.
I noticed that the other night.
Yeah. And it's fun for kids. And so for those guys, it's really on-ball pressure, constant pressure. I mean, half the reason my voice is the way it is right now is simply because I'm constantly yelling at kids to get up.
Yeah.
And so we try to switch it up, half court, press, full. We'll mix it up with some things here and there, but we try to give it to you 32 minutes at 84 feet in your face and essentially make it so that whoever's bringing that ball up the floor they either want to quit at halftime or they just can't breathe because we are just up in their grill for 84 feet for 32 minutes.
Are you happy with the shooting numbers so far? Overall, you're 6-1. I know you always want to shoot it better from the field or the 3-point line, but you do have some good shooters on this team.
Yeah, we do. We have some decent spot-up shooters. Phoenix Shaw's been a great shooter. Really coming from my 4 and 5 spot, which those girls are playing out of position. It's hard to post or kind of becoming the quarterbacks or even your left guard or whatever. It's just they're so hard to find that can really play down there. So Tess Peterson, she's a stretch four, and she's really comfortable shooting it, and she does a great job. Same thing. And so, but we've been really streaky and consistent, and I really can, attribute that to the fact that we got Jello legs. And so,
Right.
I mean, and we had a game earlier last week. I said, look, these girls can shoot. How are we going to defend it? And they, we're going to play tighter. I says, no, you're just going to run them till their legs don't work anymore and they can't jump. And you'll watch it. They'll hit one in the first quarter. They might, hit back iron on the second. By the third quarter, that ball's coming off the front of the rim. And so it really is a strategy for us to just get people to push. And we're just going to do simple better. And we're going to do tired better than most people can do what they do.
Yeah, I love hearing it. The coaching fraternity, there's some good coaches in Region 9. Coach Lewis has been at Pineview a long time. Coach Sue's done a great job taking over at Snow Canyon. And, of course, probably the guy that has the most coaching experience in the region is Casey Winters, who's coached at the college level and a couple stints at high school level with Crimson Bear River, 2 stints with Judd. He played for Coach Judkins, as a matter of fact. So there's some, the list goes on and on. It's now you're getting into region play though. Yeah. This is where it gets really fun. Do you see just a little more focus or a little bit more intensity from the girls, knowing these are now the crosstown rivalry starting to fire up, and you're playing local teams against local teams?
Oh, absolutely. Region things that drew me back is the level of competition is phenomenal, and honestly, I mean, Liv Hamlin, she's doing a great job at BYU.
She's so fun to watch. She's just thriving.
Yeah. So, but you don't replace 25, 30 points a game just like that.
Yeah.
And so the fact is that, Snow Canyon, they're a solid team. They're still the team to beat, in my opinion. But there's parity here, and there's great coaching here, and it feels like we're really arming up on the women's side across the board. And I think that's important. Honestly, I'm afraid that girls basketball is taking a backseat to a lot of things, and that's kind of becoming a dying sport. I know a lot of the teams we come across, they're having a hard time filling rosters, 17, 20 kids in the program. We're lucky enough we got 32 in the program.
That's pretty good.
But
Good turnout.
Yeah, and so, but I just think that girls basketball is solid here. I think it's in a good place. I feel like we're building for the future to really maintain high level of competition across the board. But yeah, as far as stepping it up, absolutely. These girls recognize that it's region time and it's time to go.
Yeah.
And so you don't get do-overs, and I don't love the whole ranking thing and
RPI. Yeah.
And the fact that, maybe winning region isn't
You're not
valuable.
the only coach to feel that way, Coach.
Oh,
Just get in line.
No, it's unfortunate. I'm not going to complain too much on the radio today, but those wins still matter, and it mattered to the future, to program building, and honestly, I think it's great for fans. Region 9 showed up against Herkin the other night. Great crowd. It's a special place to be, and I'm excited to be part of it.
The top 4 teams in 4A right now: Ridgeline, Dixie, Mountain Crest, Provo. That's according to Des News. At number 5, the Desert Hills Thunder. So Flyers and Thunder right now ranked in the top 5. I know in December it doesn't matter where you're ranked, but that will be a lot more important come the end of January, first part of February.
Sure, no, it goes to kind of what I tell my girls. It doesn't matter who starts the game; it matters who finishes it.
Yeah.
And so, those rankings are nice. They're a compliment to what we've accomplished so far. But, Region 9 will be there. I mean, Ridgeline and what they've done, honestly, they're still the juggernaut that we got.
Yeah. And they're in the same situation as Snow Canyon, losing the girl to Duke, Emily Skinner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, and that's hard to replace.
By the way, she's only played in 3 games. I looked at the box score the other day. She must be a little banged up. She must have an injury or something, or just freshman woes at a big
easily.
Yeah.
It's hard to come from high school to D1. It's a huge jump.
Yeah. Ezra Irvin, our guest here. Best win so far, Coach.
Best win so far, Springville. Absolutely.
Springville?
Yep.
Beat them by 5?
Yeah, no, solid game. We fought through some a rough third quarter. I mean, that's our most complete game so far. We managed clock. We fought back, and early on in the season we got down. I've noticed these girls that they have the tendency, because essentially when you're selling a new program, if things don't start, if they start going bad, sometimes it's hard to get them back on track and to believe in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And they've bought in. They're drinking the Kool-Aid. They're with us. They're ready to go. And that was a huge win for us.
I know the loss is Kanab, and I don't think people will look at that loss and go, how did Desert Hills lose to Kanab? But I don't think people realize they have a star out there.
Oh, yeah.
They have like a 6, is he 6'5"?
Yeah, Riley Little.
Riley Little.
Wow.
She's a solid player. It was funny because we were sitting there, says, Dad, she can play. He says, yeah, it looks like she can play. And then she stepped out, 3-pointer right in front of our bench. And then they said, hey, man, she can play. And so, all credit to what they're doing over there. I would love to play them again.
First game of the season.
Yeah,
Right,
absolutely. And they shot lights out against us. They were over 40% from three that game.
Might be the best thing for you, though, go playing them on the first game on their court, right?
Yep, absolutely. No, it was a good thing for us. And the fact is, I mean, we'll see where we stand in all of it, because they're going to run through all of Region 9. So they get Dixie. I think they got a couple of region teams lined out. So it'll be good to see kind of how
they
that
scheduled according to their talent this year. They're stepping up a little in competition.
No, they're my pick for the 2A state champ.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Good stuff. Ezra Irvin hanging out with us here. Desert Hills tonight. Thunderdome. If you haven't been there, the intros are phenomenal. Musgrave on the PA, firing everybody up. And Cedar City coming to town tonight. It'll be 7 o'clock. Should be a good one tonight.
Should be a great one.
Yep, 6-1 Thunder. Gabby Gomez is no easy player to hold in check. Cedar's rolling right along. They were able to beat Crimson in their first region game 55-53 over at the Fieldhouse. So they are 1-0 already in region play going into that game tonight. And then this is really your you do have one more region game, don't you, before Christmas, or are you guys done after this?
No, we got Snow Canyon.
You still have Snow Canyon, Thursday.
So we go Cedar, and then we have a bye on Tuesday, and then we have Snow Canyon on Thursday. So
Thursday the 18th. Yep.
Sue's a solid program. We've got to watch them a lot at our tournament, and we went and checked them out when they played Pineview. Solid program. I mean, it'll be a good game.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm looking at your scoring right now, man. It doesn't matter there's 7 or 8 different girls that could lead you in scoring on a given night.
Oh yeah, no, we'll fill it up across the board. I mean, we've had games where we had basically 10 putting in points in the score box, and so like we can do it, and it's fun. We try to push 100 possessions. If we can get 100 possessions, we think we can score 100 points. So
what is the one stat you want to see improve the most right now at D Hills, and what's one stat right now that you're super proud of what the girls have accomplished in that stat category so far?
Steals, turnovers, deflections are huge for us. I mean, we spend most of our time on the defensive end. Free throw percentage, I'd love to see improve, as well as just overall shooting percentage. It's kind of funny because they're getting open looks everywhere. We're just missing shots. And so as those legs, if they really get their legs underneath them, as they get more comfortable playing at this pace, those shots will start to fall. We'll have, we're really playing for January and February, because it's hard what we're asking them to do. And so it's funny because I came in, I told them what we were doing, and they all looked at me like I was crazy. But
you got some soccer players, though, that should be used to some of this running and some of this defensive intensity.
Yeah, they are. I mean, a lot of, but it's just a different shape.
Yeah,
but
it is.
I love our multi-sport athletes. I don't like that I don't have 2 weeks before the season starts. I can't do with anything with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we played that first game with a week with some of those soccer players and volleyball players, but they're getting there. So we're heading in the right direction.
How can we get the open shot girl to come out for basketball? Was she not a basketball player?
Oh, I recruit like crazy.
You did try to get her?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
She's an athlete.
Yep.
So good stuff. Ezra Irvin, you can watch the Thunder tonight taking on the Cedar Reds in their next region game. They're off to a 6-1 start. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it.
Great to catch up with you. Yep. We'll have him on again soon and throughout the season, as the girls fired up Dixon last night, and your winners, Crimson, got the job done. They went up to Cedar and won on the boys' side. Pineview take care of business at Snow Canyon, and then Hurricane also notched a win over Desert Hills out at the Tigers Den. Hour 1 of the books, hour 2 coming up when we come back. Where were you when this song came out, Paulie? Where were you? Were you born yet?
Yeah, I was.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you even know the year?
It's not pre-1993. I know that.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you're right.
it's
1999, though.
That's right. I
All
was
the small
6.
things came out. I was a college student. I was like, this song is awesome.
There you go.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
MTV video.
She's hitting for the cycle today. She's going for the cycle.
That's right.
The cycle?
Yes, the cycle of rejoiners, because you hit a single the first one, a double, a triple, and now one more time, a home run, and you might have the cycle.
Sweet.
Wow. 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 Hour 2. That was a lot of fun having Ezra Irvin drop by the show moments ago. Good chat with the new Desert Hills girls basketball coach as they're getting after it tonight and going to be taking on the Cedar Reds. I'm excited to see Gabby Gomez get after it a little bit. Yeah. So Thursday night, I don't have an assignment tonight, so I'll probably slip over to that game and watch a little bit. And I think my daughter might be dancing at halftime, so I better be there, right?
Oh, yeah, you
I
better.
better be there.
Yeah.
I'll be in trouble. They have a competition this weekend, drill meet at Cedar, in fact, on Saturday. So I'm going to be driving up for that and then racing home to call the Utah Tech Justice University game. By the way, Juddy's going to join us on the show tomorrow.
Nice.
And along with Coach Judkins, we will have the new the newest hire in Region 9 join us on the program tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tanner Baldery.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Tanner Baldery. You might remember that name, played at BYU. He's been on staff at Desert Hills, and he has been named the head coach of the football team. We had Ray Hosner on the show yesterday. Yep. Because he's back coaching at Pineview. Hope you caught that. It was good to catch up with Coach Hosner. Good to hear his health is doing better.
Yeah.
That is a blessing. So we're rocking and rolling. Hour 2. Let's check on what's trending and the top stories right now. Brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Just $80 to play. They'll hook you up with the cart and the golf and the lunch and the range balls. $80. They're doing a really cool thing. If you want to get a tee time on Christmas Eve, December 24th, they're doing a shotgun start. And I think it's $85 and it comes with hot cocoa and cookies and the golf
fun.
and the cart and everything. So if you want to get signed up for that and you want to get a foursome on Christmas Eve, it's a 10 o'clock shotgun that morning. Call out there before they fill that thing up. So 435-688-1700. All right, let's do it. Recap some basketball from last night in boys basketball. Boy, oh boy, I was over in the Tigers Den in Hurricane. Clyde Barrett put on a clinic as he goes for 26 points last night, and they win by 16 over Desert Hills, and kind of got things started with a big dunk. Got things going with a three-pointer and had like 8 points in the first quarter. I'm like, okay, I see you, Clyde Barrett. I was very impressed with him. We played that dunk earlier on in the show, and it was one of those that defense leads to offense, and a really good play there. And Brigham Kemp, of course, got it really going, scoring the ball at will in the second half. He ended up with 25 points, 77-61. Over at the pit, Pineview grabs the 15-point win over Snow Canyon. Paulie and J.O. Jumping J.O. over there had a couple of dunks and 17 points.
He did. He had a good game and a good second half for Pineview. A little bit of a slow start, but I thought they really did turn it up defensively, and the offense came along as well in the second half.
Travis Murdoch, McKay Lindquist, Easton back, all in double figures. Crimson went up and got a road win at Cedar in their region opener, winning by 8, 73-65. Despite 32 from one of the more intriguing players in Region 9, Ty Rowley. This kid needs to start getting some attention for what he's doing. He is on a tear to start this season. And honestly, if there was an all-region vote right now, he'd be a top 5 player, and he's getting that much love from anybody, but we're giving him some love on the show. I see a Ty Rowley dropping 32. Rest assured he is going to be, with that performance and another good one later this weekend, he's going to be one of our finalists for the Finley Subaru Player of the Week award. Don't you think, Paulie?
I would
5 triples last night.
Yeah.
32 points, dropping the mailman's number on Crimson, although it was not enough. You were locked into the Mammoth game last night.
Yeah, I was. I watched the third period after we got home from the high school basketball. They were tied 3-3 with the Florida Panthers, the defending two-time Stanley Cup champions, and it unraveled in the final minute. They just let up a goal. Vamelka was just off his spot, and it was a quick goal. It was off the face-off, so he didn't have much time to set up, and that's the art of surprise in hockey. Those off the face-off shots, and one went through for the Panthers to give them the 4-3 win. The Mammoth are legitimately sliding at this point. Cooley out indefinitely. Along, I think they've lost 6 out of 8.
They've lost 3 in a row, and I think you're right. And Dylan Gunther was great last night.
He was. Yeah. He's been a really bright spot in Cooley's absence. He's scored really all season. And I really do think that he's going to be maybe an all-star this year for the Mammoth.
And you guys are going to the game tomorrow. You and Tara both cruising up there. And the Seattle Kraken coming to town.
Special connection for Tara to the Kraken, so we had to get out there.
Are you getting a one-on-one feature with Lane?
I don't know one-on-one, but I have media priority.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear that. We'll have to play that back on Monday and recap that. Jazz are also facing the Grizzlies on the road tomorrow, so they're back in action this weekend. Jazz are 8-15 on the season. Lowry Markkanen continuing to lead the team, 27.6 points per game this season.
That's fine and all, but we've got a whole show almost without talking about the high school national championship game from a day ago. How about that?
I was doing updates in my game last night.
Oh, you were?
You were? Okay.
Yeah, I was live streaming it. Obviously, it got out of hand for Corner Canyon. That St. Francis team is suffocating on defense, as advertised on the defensive side of the ball.
28-0 heading into the fourth. It was 37-20 final, but Tara's got a clip. Corner Canyon did get a score. We got their first score of the game here. It came on a muffed punt. By the punter and was recovered in the end zone by the Chargers.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, yeah. And, this was a really kind of a game where I thought they were stacked up against it. They were playing this game in St. Francis's backyard.
Yeah.
A lot of really talented players.
I think don't you think they showed well? Like, they didn't get embarrassed.
It wasn't 60
to nothing.
That's right.
I mean, it was 37-20. It never felt like they were going to win the game, but they played hard. They stood toe for toe. They played physical. That's just a really good team. They just got beat by a better team.
Yeah.
But I think they represented Utah really, really well.
They did.
Right.
And this is the play
this
where
is the first score for
they get
Corner
their
Canyon.
Score. Yep. This is 28-0, 4th and 14 with 43 seconds left in the third quarter.
That ball is loose, and recovering it in the end zone is Corner Canyon.
Listen, the snap is obviously dropped.
Jeez, Joe.
Yeah. Did he just wake up?
Did he forget to drink a coffee at the end of the first quarter?
Me and Tara had Americanos last night doing our prep, making sure we're ready to go. It did not sound like Joe was ready to go. Yeah. He was probably just a little...
Well, it was 28-0 at that point. It wasn't a punt. He was probably taking a snap off for a punt. Didn't expect. It was like he forgot.
Hey, I don't take any snaps or plays off as a broadcaster.
I wonder if he was sending a tweet about his wife's Christmas list she just sent him or something. Who knows?
Right.
He got distracted for a second.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. Rate that call, Paulie.
Oh, yeah, low.
That's a 4.
He went
3.
He went big on the dead air quality. He went big with the dead air. A little less is more when it comes to dead air, I always say. So,
by the way, since we're talking about Baltimore, there's one other game in Baltimore this weekend.
Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore City. Baltimore City is ramping up their security for this weekend's Army-Navy game at M&T Bank Stadium. President Trump is expected there. He's going to attend the game, so there's going to be a bunch of restrictions and added security, and they're not letting any drones fly near this attorney's office. Have announced that there will be temporary flight restrictions from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in that area on Saturday.
Wow.
That's cool.
Stadium event. The parking will be enforced.
Commander's Cup, as they call it.
126th edition.
Yeah.
It's a 3:00 kickoff on Saturday. I was watching an interview with the Army quarterback. He's actually like a 4-star and put up some huge numbers in Texas as a prep guy, and now he's asked to run the ball for Army and loves it. I mean, he's really athletic. 18 rushing and 18 passing touchdowns for the Army quarterback this season. This is going to be a fun one. I know my best friend growing up went into the Army, and this is a game he always watches. He always sits down, watches the Commander's Cup. He doesn't miss it. For Army, Navy, for everybody that was involved in I think even the Air Force, National Guard. I think and then America. Like, this is a light college football week, and the FCS playoffs are going this weekend. But this is one of the only games on the slate.
Yeah,
before the bowl season,
and it's one of the more intriguing games in a while in this rivalry because Blake Horvath, the Navy quarterback, is not really just a runner. I've been watching a little Navy this year. He can throw too. Like, Navy's more exciting than they were under Coach Ken Nia Tamalolo. He's moved on, and now they're more of a dual threat offense. They throw and run a little bit. So I'm interested to see how this game plays out. Both teams pretty good this year too, which helps as well. So I'm excited for the Commander's Cup, I'll say.
Yeah, me too. Light night last night in college hoops. So it wasn't really a ton going on. It was kind of a light Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday are the big college hoops days. Big Monday, Super Tuesday. They kind of get faded out by the NBA as the week goes on.
I saw Houston, 7th in the country, won like 80-30. Baylor won by 30. I think number 23 Nebraska won by 30 over Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Purdue, who's they dropped down to 6th, I think, in the latest ranking. They beat Minnesota, no problem. They're like, it wasn't many close games in college basketball last night. Let's just put it that way.
And the Big 12 is going to be remarkably tough this season. You look at the top 10 in college basketball right now. The Arizona Wildcats number 1, Iowa State number 4, Houston number 7. They've got 3 teams, and BYU at number 10. They've got 4 teams in the top 10 this year in the AP poll. So going to be a really, really stacked conference. I fear for West Virginia this year. They're going to struggle against these elite teams. There's a lot of elite talent in the Big 12 this season.
People still trying to figure out exactly how they feel about the headline from yesterday. Utah Athletic Department aiming to boost their athletic revenue doing a private equity deal. Now, I'm hearing this deal is not quite done. The framework is done, but the Utah Brands and Entertainment new LLC has been formed. $500 million in capital to work with, and they've laid out the groundwork. I just like I said yesterday, I worry the fans get gouged on this.
I agree.
And equity firms want to make money, and that's okay. And NIL donors, I would rather. If I had $1 million, I would rather put it with this equity firm than just gift it, angel it to whoever to come play football and then leave in a year.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think this has some legs. I think a lot of people are watching this deal closely. I did see a report that it kind of did a better job of explaining how it could work. Because I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there right now, and there's a lot of unknowns.
But I think when you see private capital, private equity company, you get scared.
Yeah.
I think people get scared that prices are going to go up.
Well, you know what they're all about. They've got their shareholders, and they're going to have some say. Now, they're going to be almost like an owner of Utah Athletics in some small way.
That was my interpretation.
That's what people think, right? Like, I can buy shares in Utah Athletics, and the better they do, the better my portfolio does. And so the new company will handle things that athletic departments do. They're going to handle the ticketing, the event sponsorships, the NIL, and they're going to try to do it all better, and they're going to try to make more money for the school and the firm. And if they're able to do this, this could be a new trend. I don't know how many people will just jump right in. I'm surprised nobody's done this before, to be honest with you. I'm sure schools have looked at it, but Utah's the first to really come forward and look like really finalize this thing in any second now.
Okay.
But the key to remember, I think, with this thing is the Utes still remain in control of big decisions, hiring, firing coaches, scheduling. Although the company will distribute NIL payments to players, the Utes still control who gets how much. So coach says, no, we're giving Johnny $1 million, we're giving Billy 100,000. Like they still control that, but the this firm would then divvy it up.
Yeah.
And that would make one less thing the university has to worry about. The company will be under the university's foundation and chaired by the Utes athletic director. On a potential 7-person board, the athletic director and 3 other Utah Foundation members would be joined by 2 members from Otro Capital and another university supporter or investor. So it's not like this capital group can outvote them if there's some discrepancies in years to come. So I think Utah's put some groundwork in to try to make this as successful as possible. But a lot of people have their doubts right now.
Yeah, I would say so.
But I just retweeted from Mitt Winter at Winter Sports Law. He said there's a lot of misunderstanding about Utah's private equity deal. This article does a good job explaining in simple terms. He said other schools are already using the structure just minus the private equity piece.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, I retweeted that if anybody wants to do a little bit deeper dive. It's one of the better, more simplistic ways to explain exactly what Utah's getting themselves into. Have you formed an opinion on this one way or the other, Paulie? Are you in favor or against,
Not really.
or are you just kind of just wait and see mode?
A little more. I'm still trying to get my grasp of what it is. There's a lot of times when you hear, like I said, private equity, you think they're coming into
the inclusion of a private equity. This is a first in college sports.
Yeah.
This has not been done before.
That's right.
Right.
It's a first.
So
it's interesting.
You know, and now with players able to earn money from their name and image and likeness and get direct payments from schools, now the school's saying, hey, we'll bring in a partner. They can get the direct payments from them. You guys are in charge of all this.
Yeah.
And you make some money, get us some more NIL money. This might be brilliant. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we look at this in 5 years and go, wow, Utah was onto something. Everybody won.
Time.
They won a national championship. Investors got paid. Ticket prices didn't soar. Maybe in 5 years I'll be saying that. I have a sliver of doubt or two, though.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't want to pay $20 for a hot dog at the Huntsman Center to pay these guys as investments. I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to have to, pay more than I should for a corporate sponsorship to have my banner hanging at Rice Eccles Stadium. I mean, don't gouge the business owners in the Salt Lake community, the donors, and the fans. That's my concern. Is the fans are the big loser in this. In the long run, because somebody's got to help these guys get their ROI. But Paulie, you said it earlier this show, and I've said it a million times. My one problem with NIL is there's no ROI for these people that donate. There's just not. And now this provides a way. Maybe there is.
Maybe there is.
So I'm very intrigued on how this will work out. Well, yeah, all the NIL has just been gifted so far, right?
Yeah.
With little or no return on investment. Maybe you get Billy that's got 1 million followers on IG to put a post of your car lot on his Instagram story.
But I just think
that's not really moving the needle, and his followers could be all over the country, not in one town.
There's people that are rich, and then there's the different stratosphere. There's the Cody Campbells, the Texas Tech. I don't think he cares one lick about getting ROI.
It's a write-off.
He just wants to win.
It's a write-off.
He just wants to win.
It's a donation.
I think a lot of people just want to win, and I think that's what you lose sight of sometimes.
But don't forget, there's the write-off.
I get it. There's a write-off.
When you have that much money, that probably saves him, 30-40% of that donation.
He could donate it to a charity. He could. Why is he giving it to Texas Tech football? He wants to win. That's what I've always maintained.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And that's why I don't like the college direction that it's
I understand, but I like this headline for college. I bookmarked it, and this is a news story as of an hour ago. How about this? Yahoo Sports tweeting out, after learning of Notre Dame's memorandum of understanding that grants the Irish preferential playoff access beginning next year, which is that if they're top 12, they're guaranteed in.
Right.
Athletic directors in other leagues are threatened to freeze Notre Dame out of future schedules, per Dan Wolken. So this may cause the one thing I've been waiting for like 10 years. Notre Dame to join a conference. I don't like the independent. I feel like they play a crappy schedule just about every year. They play USC and one other good team. This year was A&M. They lost that game.
I kind of disagree. I kind of like that Notre Dame is
I don't like the independent. I hate the independent.
I love it. We call our own shots. We don't need a conference.
Yeah,
We're Notre
it works
Dame.
so well
It's
for
a
BYU
little
for so long,
egotistic.
right?
It's a little high and mighty.
BYU's skyrocketed since they joined a conference. When they were an independent, they were in the middle of purgatory forever.
Yeah, it's tougher to schedule. There's no question.
And then listen to this. Listen to this. Other teams and other leagues, if Notre Dame gets preferential treatment, they're like, we're out. We don't want to schedule these guys. And I think that is good.
Yeah, I do not like how I do not like how Notre Dame's athletic director has handled this whole.
He's soft.
is an idiot.
He's an idiot.
He is acting like a baby. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade.
No bowl game. We're
taking
gonna
our
boycott.
ball. We're going home.
We're just gonna wait till next year.
Paul, you're so mean. I'm leaving. I don't want to sleep with stink. Like, what a baby, dude.
Yeah. So I like this response by the other conferences. So
you got me fired up on that one.
that's one college
you got me
headline.
out of my chair on that one, Paulie.
Yeah, that's a big headline, and there is another big headline we haven't touched on today, and I think we should probably do a whole segment on Sharon Moore.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, fired yesterday. Let's do that. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about that. Get Paulie's thoughts on, I guess, inappropriate relations with a staff member.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah. We'll have that storyline when we come back. It's The Drive. Good morning show today brought to you by our friends at Color Country Custom Coating. Hey, you get a beautiful new truck and you got to put 100,000, 200,000 miles on it. You're going to own it. You're going to love it. That's your baby. Protect it. Go see JC. Put that permanent ceramic coating all over that thing so you don't get the rock chips from the trucks and the construction. Protect the paint so it will last. And maybe you're restoring a vehicle. JC can do that. He puts those ceramic coatings on your boat so when you get off the water, you just wipe them right down and they clean easily and you don't have all the hard water stains on your boats. You can do all that stuff side by side. Is the expert when it comes to paint, protecting it, restoring it in Southern Utah. So check out their gift cards. Make a great gift. Every $100 you spend, you get $15 for free at Color Country Custom Coating, right next to St. George Tent Shop. St. George Tent Shop also, think about this, a new tent job for Christmas. Paulie, how would your dad on his Challenger or Charger like a new tent job for Christmas?
Right.
Your dad would think that's a really thoughtful gift, Paulie.
He would, yeah. He would love
Instead
that.
of another dumb tie, Paulie already got me. And so go out there at St. George Tent, pick them up every $100, $15 extra. St. George Tent. They did my daughter's car. They've done my wife's car. I've had a couple cars done from St. George Tent Shop. They are awesome. Absolutely love the quality of work and the staff. They're incredible down there at St. George Tent Shop. So grab some gift certificates for the holidays. Quick break. We're back talking sports on the other side. Oh, baby. It's a drive. Throw that Thursday. No Lee Sterling. Normally right now we'd be jumping on the phone with Lee Sterling. Really not a big college football weekend, so Lee's taking the week off. We'll check with him next week, and we'll have the whole College Bowl extravaganza. I think what Lee wants is an extra week to watch games.
Yeah, probably so.
Break them down. And then we'll have some picks for you next Thursday for all the big games looming. 19th and 20th, we got college playoff football. Let's go, Paulie.
Bad beat jackpot for me is traveling on the 20th all day, pretty much. Going back to Virginia.
You'll survive. You'll survive. I'm
hoping there's a in-flight entertainment for me, you know?
Yeah. What did you say, Tara?
I said usually there is in-flight entertainment.
Unless
You can get it.
I mean, are you flying
United?
I mean, if you're Spirit or something, you're screwed. But,
It's like United or something. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, the holidays are here, and at Prime IV, they're making it easy to take care of yourself. Give the gift of wellness. They're offering 6 holiday wellness bundles tailored to your goals. So, immunity, the glow, your appearance, your hair, your skin, your nails, weight loss, athletes, ultimate wellness, and the Prime. So those are the 6 bundles. Each one helps you feel your best, whether you're boosting your metabolism, enhancing overall wellness, or simply giving yourself the ultimate self-care experience. So go check out their weight loss bundles. Oh my goodness, the Skinny IV. They've got you sit back in the massaging chair. They're going to hit you with some VPC 157, which is great. It's going to be awesome for a great gift. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your wife if she's the one that goes out shopping for the holidays. Hey, let's go a holiday bundle at Prime IV. And we're going to save a ton of money. Let's try that out. See if it makes a difference for the athlete on your list. How about that? PrimeIVSTG.com. You can check out each bundle, read a little bit more about them, and tell them the guys on the Fan Sports Network told you to go pick up that bundle today. Okay, Sharon Moore.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, Paulie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Crazy.
where do we start with the Michigan fired coach?
Yeah. I've got the Pittsfield Charter Township Police media release here.
Oh, boy.
And it is not good for Sharon, it looks like. Location was Ann Arbor, Saline Road, just pretty close to the university. And the department has received multiple media requests for information. A suspect in this case was taken into custody. The incident does not appear to be random in nature, and there appears to be an ongoing threat to the community. There might be a mental health risk, I think, in this regard. That's not from the statement, but the subject was lodged in a Washtenaw County jail pending review of the charges by the county prosecutor. At this time, the investigation is ongoing. Given the nature of the allegations, the need to maintain the integrity of the investigation and its current state at this time, we are prohibited from releasing additional details. But a lot of the details, the alleged details, have leaked. Horrific.
Yeah, threatens.
There's a knife involved, like a interaction between this staffer and Sharon, where he threatened to allegedly, kill himself and her.
Yeah, not good.
Not good at all.
It sounds like he's gone off the deep end.
This will probably be the end of Sharon Moore coaching college football. I can say that as a fact. I mean,
they say love makes you blind, love makes you crazy.
Yeah.
Love cures all. They say a lot of things about this. This sounds like a little bit of a mix up with what you're falling in love with some staffer and then going bananas. Like, what the heck? Am I reading this right? Am I interpreting this right?
The alleged mistress is Paige Shiver, the daughter of Chicago Bear Scout Jeff Shiver. She has turned off her Instagram account, and that kind of tells you everything you need to know. As of yesterday, her account went black. So a lot of allegations. I think this is going to get really, really ugly for Michigan. And at least they did. I mean, I heard that they kind of knew about this like for a while, and they kind of just let this kind of air out, and then it kind of hit the fan with him going to her house with a knife. There's alleged talk of an abortion that was done for this girl. So there's a lot of storylines floating around out there about this relationship that Sharon Moore had with a staffer of the Michigan football program.
Abrupt end to
9-3 season.
Just a 2-year tenure. They had some highs, had some lows,
Yeah.
but
Fine season, 9-3, bowl game, playing Texas, everything was good, and then
big
boom,
shoes to fill.
bombshell.
You're filling in for Harbaugh.
Yeah.
After the national championship.
Yes.
When he goes to the NFL, and they started 4-3 in his first season, and then they ended up upsetting Ohio State, which made everything A-OK in Ann Arbor. And then this year's team maybe fell just a shy bit short of expectations when they lost in week 2 against Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Got blown out by USC in a game. Ended up losing to the Buckeyes as well. So those are the 3 losses, but those are 3 good football teams. So they beat everybody they were supposed to. They just didn't win the big ones against Oklahoma, USC, or Ohio State this year.
Yeah, and back on Harbaugh, this is just another staffer. You think about Connor Stallions, the sign stealing scandal. This is another major scandal for Michigan football. 2 in the last 3 years. I mean, they had to pay recruiting violations, time. They couldn't practice as much because of the sign stealing thing. Like, they've been hampered by this, and this is just another black eye for one of the greatest football programs in the history of college football, to be honest with you. Michigan, hail to the victors. They are synonymous with winning, and this is a bad look all the way around.
Yeah, it sounds like some really bad decisions. It sounds like some really big mistakes. I mean, the public outcry, name smeared in the media, losing his $5.6 million per year contract, scaring the dickens out of this young lady. Like, where do you start and where do you stop with this story?
Well, it's hard.
It's not a fun story to report on, honestly.
He's obviously mentally not well.
Yeah.
He can't be in the right state of mind if he's willing to. I mean, he obviously had a relationship of some sort with this girl, Paige Shiver.
How old is this girl? Do we know, Paulie?
I can look that up. I was not aware of her. She looks like a pretty young girl. I've seen a couple pictures of her.
And Sherrone Moore is in his 30s. I think he's still, what is he, 39? He's a relative for a head
pretty
coach.
Younger
coach. On the, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all.
I just was curious.
She's 31.
31.
Year old.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's not like she was enrolled as a student at the university. That's what I was wondering about.
She was a staff member that was a graduate assistant on the staff.
Okay. But she's 31.
Yeah.
Like,
operations coordinator, which was promoted
executive assistant to the head football coach.
Okay.
Okay. University of Michigan. I don't know. That was her
title.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Instagram or LinkedIn, one of those.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
shocking day in Ann Arbor. Serious matter here.
Bombshell.
Moore fired by Michigan, detained by the police. It was turbulent. And the school's got evidence. He engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. Police detained Moore. They went to the address of the female staffer. And he was held in jail overnight last night.
Yeah.
And it's an ongoing assault investigation. There's questions about the timing of all this. According to reports, The Athletic reported that the university got an anonymous tip about this relationship. They had looked into it, found no supporting evidence.
Yes.
As you were alluding to, they might have known about this, but when they looked into it, they didn't find
Apparently,
much.
they conducted an internal investigation, interviewing Moore and the employee Paige Shiver this summer, and they determined there's no way, no how, and then it was brushed under the rug. But then, like I said, everything hits the fan yesterday, and it shows that they were right in conducting the investigation. There was something awry this whole time, and now we have to wait for it to come to almost, he could have gone a little different way with that. Threats and all that stuff. What if he acted on that? We could have been talking about something much worse. So I'm glad that they have reprehended him. He's in jail, and
I don't know how he survives this.
I don't know. I don't know what he does after this.
I mean, maybe somehow, once this all gets put to bed.
Yeah. Like, think about, like, some of the coaches in college
He'll never
football,
be a head coach again.
Like Art Briles, like at Baylor. He had that massive scandal of all the young girls and the sex stuff that was going on in the Baylor football program. He has never been able to coach at the head coaching role again. And he had RG3 and the Heisman Trophy and all the fame. And, I think about all the coaches that have fallen from grace. Bobby Petrino, he had the mistress on the motorcycle, got in the wreck.
Paulie,
what?
Art Briles is coaching again as a head coach.
Where?
Eastern New Mexico University.
That's like an NAIA
I know.
school. That's not
but
Division I football.
I saw that headline just a couple weeks ago.
All right.
And so he is, but he's a D2 head coach. He's
right.
not at a big university like
D2
Baylor. Yes.
the Baylor quality. So,
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, you went from Houston to Baylor to Eastern New Mexico.
That's right.
Yeah, I get it. And your point made. You said he wasn't a head coach. He is.
Petrino's been out of the game forever.
We are a second chance society. The fact that Art Briles is coaching something, and Moore might have to go coach at a place like that if he ever wants to coach again.
I just don't know if they could take a guy like that at this point. I mean,
they took Art Briles.
But Briles didn't commit the crimes.
No,
he just oversaw it.
Right.
This guy is
so
committing.
it's okay if you organize it and you're the mob boss, but it's not okay. Come on.
Well, he claims that he didn't know anything was going on, like most of these guys. Patino
and you don't know what to believe.
Patino didn't know. Patino had to go to Iona after Louisville. He fell so far from grace. So, like, people fall and get up. I understand that, but I don't think you can get up from this if you're Sharon Moore. I don't. I think this is too reprehensible.
Yeah. All right, got to take a break. We'll keep eyes on this Michigan Sharon Moore story. Glad the staffer's okay, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, timeout. Message from our sponsors. And we're back. Big finish on a Throwdown Thursday talking sports. Stick around. Thursday night game tonight, Paulie. Does this game in the National Football League have your attention whatsoever?
Yeah, absolutely.
Will Prediction Paulie have a prediction sure to go right tonight on the Thursday night prime game?
Yeah, absolutely. Woo! I'll be at Eureka today with Caden from the bleachers.
That's right, 4 to 6.
4 to 6.
Maybe
we'll
I'll come see ya.
Yeah, you did that once before. It was
Maybe
fun.
I'll come see ya.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going down to the Toys for Kids golf tournament at Falcon Ridge.
That's right.
Which starts at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So
6 hour
I will
round.
be about finishing up about the time you guys are getting ready to go on the air.
We'll see you, buddy.
Maybe
Then
I'll come
that'll be
over and
good.
say hi and have that delicious smash burger they got over there.
Okay,
They still have that smash
They do.
burger?
Yeah.
Oh, that is my... we did our show down there for years
ago,
and love that smash burger. Get me one of those smash burgers, baby.
They got all kinds of good stuff. Specials. They got a bucket of beer, I feel like, for $8 or something like that. Pretty good deals for watching the game.
Leave it to Paulie to go right to the bucket of beer.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking about the good deals.
Hey, if you're going to go down and watch the game,
yeah,
place a
get
wager
a
or two.
room, enjoy yourself, make it a nice little stay or vacation.
All right. Sounds good. Paulie's predictions. Paulie will take you home. I got to get on the road to get down to the golf tournament, so I'm going to head out. But big finish here on the drive. Paulie will. Tara, is he ready? Can he handle 20 minutes of the show solo?
Yeah.
Will you help
Look
him?
at that. She gave me it. She looked as if she was a little hesitant.
We
But
promise not to just talk hockey, too.
yeah, we don't want to just talk hockey.
Yeah. Unless it's Golden Knights, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll take the break. We'll be right back. Good Thursday morning, everybody. Thanks for locking into us. You're on the drive from the Finley Hyundai Studios. Back in a flash.
Never sold out here on the drive. Right, there we go. Riding
Wrong
along. It's all right, buddy. Riding along on the drive here. Tara Akin, Paul Ratliff with you, and we are taking you up to the end of the show. This final segment brought to you by Color Country Custom Coatings. I got it that time.
You
How about that?
did. Good job.
JC is offering a limited time deal, $400 off a permanent ceramic coating. But hurry, this offer won't last. Call JC today at 678-283-8124. That's 678-283-8124. Color Country Custom Coatings. I'm getting it now.
There you
Protect your vehicle with the ultimate finish. Also brought to you by, he's going to see our good friend Marco Leone, and he is the club pro over at Coral Canyon. Celebrate their 25th anniversary. Play great golf for a great price. Call for tee times 435-688-1700. That's 435-688-1700. And I know I will be at the Eureka tonight for Thursday night football, and I thought, what a better time at the wrap of the show here with about 10 minutes to go that we get into that Thursday night football game. A lot of local today. Had the head coach of the Desert Hills Thunder, the girls basketball coach for the Thunder. That was a great interview. We talked a lot of local this morning, so why don't we jump into the NFL game tonight as the Falcons and the Buccaneers from Tampa. That will be the home site tonight. Right now, the Falcons 4-9, starting Kirk Cousins at this point in the season. Michael Penix down with an injury, and the Bucs, who have been sliding lately. They were kind of a trendy team. Baker Mayfield was like an MVP contender for a large part of the season, but lately the Bucs have kind of come a little unraveled.
They've had
they
some
lost
injuries
to the Saints last week, 24-20. The week before, they skated by the Cardinals 20-17. They got blown out by the Rams and Bills in the back-to-back weeks and lost to the Patriots. So 1, 2, 3, they've lost 4 out of 5 games. So it has been a tough slide for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It has, but I think the saving grace for tonight is that Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan should be back.
Activated.
Yeah,
I'm
so
seeing,
they are
I'm seeing
reactivated.
here they are activated.
So both
from
available to play.
Adam Schefter said, yes, both are activated from injured reserve and can play Thursday night. So I presume that they will be in the lineup.
Can play. So, yeah.
It should be they will play.
Right, exactly.
Just knowing that these guys, being that they're right on the cusp of the playoffs, they're leading the NFC South. It's a tight race with the Panthers. I think I would figure both those guys definitely going to go.
I would think so.
It's going to be a fun game. These division rivalries are always good. The teams always have a little heightened play when they're playing a rival. So the Falcons, I worry about them tonight. I mean, we're going to make picks towards the end of the show, but really, Kirk Cousins has not been a starting quarterback for a few years. He's kind of been riding the bench, being in that backup role for Michael Penix.
Right.
But man, what an insurance policy it is to have him.
Because
where would they be without Kirk Cousins? You know,
at
who
least
would be
it's not Phillips, you know?
calling 44-year-old Phillip Rivers and get him out of retirement.
Yeah.
But at this point, Kirk Cousins is a much diminished version of himself that he was in his prime. And I just don't know. I mean, the Falcons are looking to play spoiler tonight. They're not playing for anything. They're playing for pride. There's no playoff potential for this team anymore.
Yeah.
But for the Bucs, there is still playoff potential.
Yeah.
There's still a division crown on the line. Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like the Bucs have a ton to play for tonight. They've got way more to play for than the Falcons.
Right.
And they are favored by 4.5. Let's get to picks a little bit later. The over-under as well. This will be the first thing we attack. Do you think this will be a high-scoring game tonight? Kirk Cousins, I don't know that the Falcons will provide much fireworks, but maybe the Bucs.
I think the Bucs could.
44.5. Weird number, kind of in the middle of the 40s, mid-40s. And I think it will go under tonight.
I think
it's going to go under because Baker and the offense for the Bucs, they do get Evans, they do get McMillan back.
Yes.
Booga's been good, but I don't know. It's been shaky these last couple weeks for this offense. They also get Bucky Irving. He was back and scored the week before. So the offense more complete for the Buccaneers. But will they pull off the W tonight? We're getting a text from our correspondent
from Devin,
in his car, in his truck on his way to the golf round. He says, I'm taking Falcons 24-23.
Okay.
And then he says Bucks win but cover. I don't understand. There's a little bit misleading messages there. But I'm wondering if we'll get a live update because one text says Falcons 24-23.
Yeah.
The next one says, oh,
He's
there we
saying
go.
Falcons cover,
There we
Bucks
go.
win.
Yeah, but now he's saying Falcons cover. He's doubling down on Falcons cover. So he's going with the Falcons.
I actually think they could cover
4.5
on the
Yeah.
So
Might be a
because
3-point
like
game.
you say, the Falcons, they have nothing to lose at this point. So they're going to come out and play. They kind of want to be, the upsetter.
Just being loose and
Right,
kind of
yeah.
nothing to lose
Nothing to
mentality.
lose.
Yeah, just
But
kind of.
then they, like Tampa Bay, like you said, Mike Evans, I think is going to want to get on the board. Egbuka's been reliable to score. Bucky Irving, you've got Jalen McMillan. I think they could.
Oh, you're flipping.
Go over.
You're going
I
over.
am gonna go
All right,
over.
let's split it. I like when we're split because then I can always just rub it in if I win and if I lose,
Yeah,
kind
you
of
get
hide
to-
from you.
Right, yeah.
All right. So you're going over. Yeah, you're going over. I'm going
yeah.
under the 44.5 total points. Now let's do something more fun. Over under only 2 outcomes, but how about this for anytime touchdown score?
Okay.
As a lot of dynamic weapons on both sides. Who do you got to score tonight if you had to pick one player for the Bucks or the Falcons?
I am going to take Mike Evans.
Ooh,
I think he's going to be
okay.
excited to be back on the field. and
Fresh off the injury.
He's going to want to get into that end zone.
Plus 165 is
Okay.
what it's going off on DraftKings for Mike Evans. So that's Tara's choice.
As long as he's playing, for sure.
Okay, if he doesn't play, I think he's going to play. But
Right.
let's just give a disclaimer, an extra one if he doesn't. Do you have an
Okay.
extra guy that you'd go with? Maybe another Buck or maybe a Falcon? What do you think?
I don't know.
Bucky, maybe.
Maybe Bucky Irving.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. But your first choice
Get a
and
rushing
your
TD.
your favorite choice is Mike Evans.
yeah.
All right. So he
And that has nothing to do with
he's
my
being
fantasy team.
listed on the betting odds. So I am assuming they're thinking he is
He's
going to
gonna play.
play. So
Yeah,
plus
he should.
165. That's Tara's anytime touchdown score. I kind of wanted. This is a guy I really wanted in our draft, the players only draft. Our good friend Andy took him before me, but I like the rookie Emeka Buga.
Plus he's been great.
Plus 175, about 10 units higher than your pick. So neither of them really long shots, both less than 2-1 to score. So I think that both are very possible to score tonight.
I think so.
We've done the over-under. We've done the anytime touchdown score. Now it is time to get into the picks for tonight. And it's not fun to do them without the spread involved because I think it makes it a little harder. So let's go with 4.5 points favored for the Bucks, or you can get 4.5 points added with the Falcons. Which would you rather go with tonight? And then give us a score.
I would still go with the Bucks.
Bucks,
Yeah.
all right. Bucks win and cover, or Bucks just win?
I think Bucks. I think they do cover.
All right.
Yeah.
So you think they're going to win by more than 4.5?
Yeah.
So 5 or more. So what's your final score?
I'm going to say like 28-21.
All right, 7-point win, touchdown win for the Bucks in your book. All right, Devin's going with the Falcons, 24-23. I think he's kind of just doing a different bit there because Falcons, I really don't think they're stacked up against, unless Bijan Robinson just goes nuclear. I don't see any way that they win this game. So I'm going to go Bucks 24-13. 24-13.
Huh?
Yep. So I think it'll be, a kind of exciting game for a little bit, but then the Bucks kind of space it out and become the aggressor because they've really been playing badly the last few weeks. So time for them to rebound, and no better time on Prime Video tonight, 6:15 on Prime.
All right. Yeah.
1 minute.
1 minute.
All
Yep.
right. 1 minute. So we are wrapping the show this morning, and it's been great. Thanks for being with us this morning. It's been a fun, packed show. Really, I didn't get to see enough of that high school national championship. We talked about it a little bit. It was fun. We had Ezra Irving, the Desert Hills girls basketball coach. Great interview with him, and talked a lot of local sports. So great show today. And want to thank St. George Tin Shop, Kabuto Sushi and Ramen, Color Country Custom Coatings, Prime IV, Coral Canyon Golf Course, Zag, Summit, all the great partners on the drive. And, don't want to forget Game Day Men's Health. Reclaim your game, as Devin always says, 435-265-4223. Text or call to book an appointment. So It's been a really fun show. We'll be back and better than ever tomorrow morning. We're back with the double. How about our full complement of teams?
Right,
So
yep.
we'll be this last 15 minutes brought to you by Tara and Paul, but we will have the full crew back tomorrow morning. It's been a great show. We'll see you on for a fun-filled Friday tomorrow on The Drive.